out of the clamps this morning, I suddenly realised that I didn't actually film putting in the groove and the tongue to join these together. I was in too much of a hurry to glue up. However, I did video the gluing up. I'll tell you what I did, which is, it's fairly simple. I've got this cutter, which is like a slot cutter. It's 4mm, okay, which is, what's that? 1/8 of an inch is just over 3mm, so it's about, it's just over 1/8 of an inch, okay? It's slightly bigger. Probably 3/16, it's more like 3/16 of an inch. Okay, so I ran that down the edges using this ready planed surface as a guide, so I could get it the right height on both sides. Then what I did, I had some, I've got actually plenty of black wood underneath here, and I skinnied out with just a table saw. Okay, and you can see how it goes black even there with a table saw. Very nice. So I skinnied it out the right length, and sort of put the glue in the slot as you saw me doing, or you will see me doing in a couple of minutes. Down each side and on the face, put glue on the face, and then what I actually did was hammered this in to one side, then offered both sides up and clamped them in on the pipe clamps, and squeezed it up and put some weights on it to stop it sort of going like that overnight or anything like that. You don't have to jam them right up. I suppose there's a bit of an art to knowing how much to squeeze them up, because what you don't want to do, you don't want to squeeze all the glue out of the joint. You want to keep a film of glue on both sides, faces, as well as the tongue. So I just squeeze them up until the gap sort of closes up and the glue squeezes out. Actually, in actual fact, that's what I'm doing now. Is I got an 1.5 inch, yep, 1.5 inch chisel, wood chisel, and I'm just taking off the excess glue before I start sanding or doing some sanding. It squeezed quite a bit of glue out, but like I say, the trick is not to squeeze it all out. Yeah, so I'm actually today, what I want to achieve, I want to glue, I've cut these off to length. This is the center column. I hope you've been enjoying this video so far. I haven't been saying too much in it actually, because I've just been wanting to get this done, and a lot of it is self-explanatory. Except for this bit I'm going to show you. I miscalculated by about 1/4 of an inch, and when I cut this off, as you can see here, I'll zoom you in a bit, here I've actually cut through where I joined the material, and I put a tongue, and this is the clearance area, of which it's about 1/2 inch either end. I've just gone through. So I'm going to show you one way, or a way that I've used quite a lot over the years to fill that. Okay, so I suppose the easy fix is, now some people use super glue. I prefer to use the glue that actually I am using in the joint. It's a little bit of PVA glue, just a bit, and this is the powdered blackwood material that I've taken out of one of the collection bags off the sander actually, and you make a paste such as it is here. Not mine, I don't think. Okay. A little bit more glue, I think. So, you make a paste of the wood. Get some on your, well, this is an old chisel I've got actually that I'm using, and I'll show you how to apply it. So you want it sort of fairly dry, and you just work it in like this, sort of like filling a hole in a wall actually. Push it in. And it's as simple as that, really. So trust you saw that. I couldn't believe it. All that work. And that's what's happened. You see that? The bearing has, I don't know whether it disintegrated and came off or snapped the end of the, oh yeah, it snapped it off and come off and allowed this to go straight into the wood. I don't know whether you notice there's a bearing on here that runs around the wood, stops it going any further deeper in, stops that happening. Of course, if you lose the bearing, that's the result. And that is why people use a CNC router. It's dug in about 1/8 of an inch. I'm not going to trust a hand router with it again. I'm not going to go and buy a new tool. It'd be difficult to set it, but not impossible, but it'd be difficult to set it up on the router to actually round this off. If I'd have, sort of wrote a program and cut this out, what I would have done is get a 1/2 inch long cutter and sort of gone around, and then got a round over cutter, and then rounded this off, then put the straight shank cutter back in and cut it out all the way. That's how I would have done it. But I wanted to do it longhand, and now I wish I hadn't. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it real longhand now. I'm going to have to get some more belts on my belt sander and go around and actually round this over by hand with the belt sander. Match it up all the way around. That's really hard going, but it's got to be done. But this is the sort of thing that can happen out of the blue, unexpectedly, and it's an expensive piece of wood too. So, if you've, so, thank you for joining me for this video, and I hope you come back to see the continuation of the build of this. Please like and subscribe, and if you really like what I'm doing, or not doing, please consider becoming a patron to the channel, because it's the patrons behind the channel that allow me to make the high-tech videos that I make on this channel. So until the next video,